W's and L's, the weekly recap show where we give a dub to the things that we do like and the L's to the things that we don't.
I had a really positive week, so then I'll just start with my dubs. I'm gonna give a dub out to Gus Johnson for having the bar of the week on Big Noon Kickoff this weekend, talking about backup quarterback. His name was Ryan Wolf of Wisconsin. Ryan Wolf's career stats at Wisconsin were 9 of 13 with 3 INTs, to which Gus Johnson said he's never thrown a pass that somebody didn't catch.
Which is nuts. That is crazy.
Shout out to Gus Johnson, man, because that shit was hilarious.
Let me comment on the fact that you are turning our Twitter into a Michigan football Twitter, and I'm not here for
it. You're being reactionary. The joke was being made about the fact that they named Wisconsin Stadium after Barry Alvarez that day, and they ended up getting thrashed. That was the joke. It wasn't a Michigan thing. Of course, you had to get on and retweet some Buckeye bullshit. So
some Buckeye bullshit for real. That's how you feel?
Yeah. Anyways, shout out to Gus Johnson.
By the way, I love Gus Johnson and Joel Klatt as a duo. Just throwing that out there.
Joel annoys me from time to time, but Gus is solid. I like Gus. There was a group of protesters in Washington, D.C. who kayaked their way up to Joe Manchin's yacht to protest his holding up of the $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill, asking him very direct questions about why he doesn't support the bill, whether or not West Virginians need things like expansions to Medicare to include dental and vision hearing aids, and tuition-free community college and universal pre-K and things of that nature. All things that, there are a bunch of working class West Virginians that would obviously need that kind of stuff. So shout out to those people for going the extra mile while Joe Manchin was clearly not trying to be seen, living on his house, his water mansion.
Kayaking out there, that's nuts.
Kayaked out to his boat with signs and everything, though. I had a bullhorn. It was amazing. So shout out to those group of people. Shout out to ScarJo for settling her lawsuit with Disney.
I was wondering how you felt about this.
Yeah, man. I mean, shout out to her. She got her bread. I know she was asking for $100 million going in, so I can't imagine that she settled for anything less than 50. I can't imagine she settled for anything less than 50 million. Is it? Have you seen a number? I don't think I've seen a number.
I didn't see a number, no.
Yeah, so I don't think we'll ever know exactly what it was. But if she went this quietly into the night, let's just say it was something pretty handsome. It's just, why did we have to get here? Why did we have to go? Why did it have to be this deep?
Let's hope this has future implications on the cases with some of the other creators.
Yeah. I think they're just going to restructure the deals going forward. There isn't going to be any more of that bonus structure if they're going to continue to have a situation where stuff might go to streaming. So I honestly believe it'll be nixed by way of the new wave of talent contracts that comes into Disney. I think they'll have those kind of provisions in there that if in the case of a pandemic or anything like that, where theaters aren't a viable option, this is how we're going to pay you.
Okay.
Which you would think a company like Disney would have the foresight, but whatever, you live and you learn. I want to give a dub out to the Wolverine Lockdown Podcast with Isaiah Hole, and also Johnny Oden of the I think it's just Johnny Oden channel. I had to look. We'll put his name in here, but the only 2 Michigan team previews that I saw for this week at Wisconsin that actually picked Michigan to win. Watch Yoder picked us to lose. Watch Steve Dace, Mr. Pessimistic, picked us to lose. Guys at the Wolverine, Clayton Safey and Chris Ballas, both picked us to lose. Everybody picked us to lose versus a Wisconsin team that was 1-2 and showed a propensity to turn the ball over late and just let the game explode. And what did they do in the second half of this game? Well, they turned the ball over quite a bit and they let it explode, just like, in the prior week to Notre Dame. So shout out to, the Michigan fans with the nuts to go ahead and bet for their team. And I'm not saying I'm going to pick Michigan in every game. I just think there's a little bit of over pessimisticity, if that's a word or not. A lot of people being overly pessimistic about, what's going on in Michigan right now. And I don't think it's necessary. I want us to stay in the moment and enjoy these wins while we got them, because it, as we know, it could be much worse. I got one L this week, and it is going out to Miss Ellen Pompeo of Grey's Anatomy. Man, Meredith. Listen, Meredith. Listen, honey. First of all, Shonda, come get your girl. Come get your girl, man. Shonda, come get your girl. I know you've been trying to integrate her into the cookout, and we was almost there. Her card was being processed, and we was getting ready to put it in the mail so she could have it. But then she got out her rabbit ass mind and called Denzel Washington and MFR. And then had the nerve to go on Variety and talk about it. Oh my goodness. First of all, if you do some nut ass shit like that, that's some shit you keep to yourself. You don't go and tell all of Black America that you told Denzel Washington. You might as well told them that you cussed out Obama. You might as well have got on there and told them that you cussed out Obama. So you had the genius idea of not only cussing out Denzel Washington when he was directing an episode on Grey's Anatomy for some reason. I don't know what the hell was going on there. But then to brag about the fact, like, I kind of get where she was going. It was kind of like hey, big shot, you coming down to the TV show to kind of boss me around. Well, I'm a big shot here too with you. No, fell flat. You should have left that one where it was at. But that does let me know that no one Black on that TV show, the ones that plays Miranda Bailey or goddamn Jesse Williams, nobody corrected her ass on that set. If she still felt confident enough to leave that situation and to go talk about that publicly, nobody on that set, Shonda included, told her it's probably not the way to go, sis. Probably not the way to do this. Yeah. L to Ellen Pompeo. I believe that is it for my list.
All right. Sorry about that. First dub goes to Netflix. I don't know what it is about Netflix, to be honest with you, but somehow, some way, every 6 months to a year, they find a way to get one that social media just takes and runs with it. There was the Tiger King, there was Bird Box, and now there's Squid Game. Honestly, it was a decent show. Not really a fan of how it ended. Could have been a little bit better.
Okay, stop. Not even close to being done. I'm not going to go into detail. Okay, all right. I don't even want to know that you didn't like the ending, because now I'm just going to be anticipating what's happening at the ending.
Well, okay, I will at least spare you with this. Some people did actually like it, so don't think too much about it. I'll just leave it at that. But somehow, some way, Netflix keeps finding a way to just keep getting one. And I
feel like that's kind of their that's kind of like their model now. Like for the shows and the movies, it feels like a little bit is like the next cult following, whatever it is. And even with shows like Ozark or what's some other Netflix originals? Stranger Things, the Marvel shows, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, that kind of stuff. So I feel like that they're not a studio that's necessarily set up for franchise building. So cult following stuff is a good way to go. They have a pretty decent anime lane going right now. Netflix has got some lanes that they can occupy that other streaming platforms don't. So I'll give them that.
For sure. I agree.
How long will it last? Oh, we'll see.
As long as they continue to keep having one. They also have a reality shows is like huge for them. They have a lot of reality shows that people tune.
I'm getting so tired of reality TV.
I'm just throwing that out there. They seem to have a huge following with some of these reality shows they have.
And sitcoms, which I enjoy a good sitcom every now and again, but Jesus Christ, so many of them. There's so many.
Black sitcoms too.
Yeah.
For Netflix, which
they trying to recreate UPN. They trying to bring back UPN.
Yep. Hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna give another dub to Don Toliver. It looks like he's about to come out with an album, so kind of excited to hear. Kind of excited to hear what that's going to be like. I'm obviously a recent convert to the whole Don Toliver thing, so I think I've joined just in time for him to come out with hopefully a dope album. So we'll see.
I'm waiting on it. I'm here for it.
For sure. On to my L's. Dr. Umar gets an L this week. So,
fam. Oh my God. Thank you for bringing this up. I forgot all about this.
So, Mike Tyson was on doing an episode with Freddie Gibbs of his podcast. I think it's Hot Boxing.
Yeah.
Where Freddie Gibbs happened to bring up Dr. Umar because they were talking about interracial relationships. And Mike Tyson didn't really know who Dr. Umar was. And so Freddie Gibbs kind of had to tell him who he was. That somehow led to Dr. Umar getting on one of his Instagram lives and essentially challenging Mike Tyson to a boxing match.
While calling them both coons or telling them that they were holding a coon-like or a cooning conversation.
If I can't get Bernard Hopkins, North Philadelphia's own, I want Floyd Mayweather to train me 5 rounds. I got Mike Tyson on the height. I got a height advantage. I'm going to watch some of them old fights. I got a height at, no, $50, no, sir. You ain't paying no $50 to see me put my life on the line. Them tickets is at least $250. Nosebleed is $250. Nosebleed tickets to see Iron Mike and Dr. Umar, $250. We trying to raise money for the school, family. We trying to raise money for the school. Shout out to Brother Freddie. Shout out to Iron Mike. I still love y'all, but y'all didn't do me or my platform any service with that coonish conversation y'all had today. Bernard Hopkins, get at. Where the boxing promoters at? Where the boxing promoters at? Somebody get Swiss Beats on the phone. Get Swizzy. Swizzy be promoting. Get Swizzy on the phone. Dr. Umar, Iron Mike, I'm coming out in my Joe Frazier t-shirt. I'm coming out in my world heavyweight champion of Philadelphia, or I might got to put that Muhammad Ali on. I can't lose my teeth. I can't lose my pretty whites, so I got to get a real strong mouthpiece, because you know how Mike be hitting. I'm going to do what Ali said, float like a butterfly, sting his ass like a bee. I'm going to do like Ali said, float like a butterfly, sting his ass like a bee. I'm going to be in there like Ali, kumbaya on that ass. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I can survive 5 rounds. I can't beat Mike Tyson. I will never disrespect his legacy like that. I cannot beat Mike Tyson. I will never disrespect his legacy like that, but I think I can survive 5 rounds, and I think I could get me a couple shots in. I think I can survive 5 rounds, and I think what y'all think? Where's my queens? Is the queens with me? Where the hearts at? Where the hearts at from the Ifa Tunde Kingdom? Is the ladies with the prince?
I don't know why he thinks this is a good idea, but hey.
Nigga said, I'm not going to disrespect Mike Tyson and say that I could beat him, but I could last a few rounds and get some shit off.
Against Iron Mike, good luck.
No, that's very disrespectful. The assumption that you will be able to touch Mike Tyson without him putting you in a coma.
Even at this age.
Yeah. Come on, fam. Come on, bro. And then the insinuation that there was a cooning conversation. The only thing I heard Freddie Gibbs say was that you don't believe in interracial marriage or interracial relationships, which I think me and DJ MB will both tell you is true, and that you are not too fond of white people, which I think quick Google search would tell you that too. I didn't see anything that was flagrant about that conversation at all. It was just a very weird string of events, like the randomness of Gibbs bringing up Dr. Umar, the hilariousness of Tyson not even remotely knowing who Dr. Umar is, and then Umar's reaction was just the strangest series of events.
The crazy thing is, I was sitting there when I first saw the Freddie Gibbs Mike Tyson thing, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I think I would love to see a Mike Tyson Dr. Umar conversation.
Oh, for sure.
Never thought it was going to turn into Dr. Umar getting on his live and challenging him. Type. But I want to see it. I would like to see it.
I would like to see it.
I would like to see it. Anyway, on to my last L. So we obviously talked about Meek Mill's album. There was yet another album that came out this week that I had the unfortunate circumstance of listening to, which is
Who told these niggas to do this?
I don't even know where Lil Wayne found Rich the Kid. I don't know what their relationship is. I don't know why they would do this.
Who told these niggas to do this? Who keeps asking for these collab albums? What was the reason? What was the reason?
My thing is, Lil Wayne has had a pretty big year as far as like feature verses go.
Sure.
And so he could have took that momentum and did something much better than fucking Rich the Kid.
Maybe get into his Nas bag and put out an old man album, because I would love to hear some shit like that right now. You know, from Wayne. But a collab album with a young nigga that I don't even want to hear. Like, it's one thing if you made a young boy album with an artist that I wanted to hear, like Lil Baby or some shit like that, or Moneybagg. But you coming with Rich the Kid, fam? I haven't wanted Rich the Kid since 2016, since New Freezer.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Like,
literally haven't heard from this nigga since he didn't know how to make his plug talk or whatever the fuck the song is. Literally haven't heard from that nigga since then. And you found him and decided to make a collab album with him.
Yeah, nah, Rich the Kid collab album is nuts. That's random as hell. You might as well found Trinidad and rock.
You know what I mean?
Like,
you know what I mean? Which, needless to say,
well hopped on
it was not a good album.
Or some shit.
Okay, yeah, it wasn't a good album.
I didn't anticipate going to give it a listen, so I thank you for your judgment of the album.
I literally only listened to it just to give a take on the podcast about it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have listened to it either. Because
how long is it? Is it a legit album? It's 10 to 12?
Not 10 to 12. I think it's like 8, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere between 8 and 10.
Album. That's an EP. They dropped a collab EP.
Why it's named Trust Fund Babies? Not sure.
Okay.
Not sure. Still not sure. And I listened to the album. Just throwing that out there. Anyway, any other dubs, L's, thoughts? Anything else?
Nah, man. Side note, have you listened to Super Troll's album? Satan Shoes.
Who?
Satan Shoes.
Oh no.
Nas. Nope. Yeah, Lil Nas X.
Didn't listen to it.
You haven't listened to it? I it's one song off of there that I really like. It's the one they playing the hell out of. I'll probably stop liking it in a month. But right now, I fuck with it.
You know what's crazy? I heard like a snippet of the song, and I'm like,
I told you long ago.
I'm like, okay,
on the road.
All right.
Yeah. You know
and then I was like, who is this? Lil Nas X. Oh. Damn.
Damn. He's like, damn, I can't even listen to this, bro. Thanks, though. Thanks. I appreciate it.
You know. We'll see. I might listen to it, but probably not. I don't
You know what? I listened to his first EP that he dropped after Old Time Road, and it wasn't bad. It was some good songs on there. Rodeo. Damn, what was that other song on there? It was about 2 or 3 songs on that EP that I liked. You know, I might dive into this one and see. Maybe we can do a review.
You know, I don't want to be a little boosie ass nigga, so I will say that it's not so much Lil Nas X that I'm averse to. It's not even his message of being gay.
No, it's just the antics. I hate the way,
the antics and the way he's doing it all. It's too much.
And I think he uses his sexuality as a shield from being called a troll at like 1000%. I think he has this guard up from his community. And me not being part of that community, it may be earned, but there is definitely a shield around him in the kind of actions that he's willing to take because of his sexuality. I feel like
Facts.
Yeah.
I couldn't sum it up.
I don't think we would just be up for the Black Devil worshiper if he wasn't gay. I'm sorry to say. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for all the antics, I probably would have listened to it a few times already because I was already listening to Lil Nas X.
For the music, though, right? Like, I'm not here for all the bullshit, bro. I don't want to see Nas X with breast implants. Like, it's just not my thing.
You know what I mean?
It's
so
not
yeah,
what I'm
just a little too much. And obviously, I'm out of his target market anyway. So
yeah, no, he's definitely not talking to us. We're the target FU crowd for sure.
Facts. Any other thoughts, man?
Nah, man. Good pod.
And on that note, we are out.
Hey! Where y'all going? Where y'all going? You a legend, bro.
Thanks for watching another Back of the Bus Squad episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Want to check out another episode related to this, go ahead and click that video to the left.
And if you want to catch up on some of our other episodes, make sure you click the playlist below.